Good morning, everybody. I'm your guy, Nikkai, and today I am here to bring you some gaming news. Summer Games Showcase was announced, and today I have a select few to recap for those who may have missed it. Before we begin this monkey business, I don't dance for free. And before you get your wallets and checkbooks, you can do your part by smashing that like button, hitting that subscribe button, follow button, and share buttons. Rip that bitch off the damn screen. Smash it. Just keep it impressed. Today we are going to go over a few games, go over a few things before we get into the gaming. And I want to welcome you all personally, each and every one of you. Just welcome to the show. Our first game on our agenda is one that I am very accustomed to. I have, over the last decade, played and dabbled in all things that is and was Pal World. Pal World had a little bit of a issue back in the day with some indie company named Nintendo. They're kind of an upstart, you know. They had a little tiff, and due to legalities, Power World was given free reign for use over their IP. You see, Nintendo wanted to claim that any art style similar to the creature summoning and pal capturing, capturing, monster capturing genre was theirs. But let us not forget that there were others. Digimon, Monster Rancher. Those are two that come to mind right away that were competition for them in the 90s. And guess what? They also had unique plot devices to summon monsters to fight on their behalf. So that kind of mechanic cannot be claimed. And before we get to nitty gritty, artists continually use other artists' style. Of course, they put their own selves into it, but learning different styles and mediums isn't a problem. Now, if they were to blatantly use each individual item as their own, all of the Pokemon, for example, specifically, now I know there's a lot of very close examples of this. However, let me be mindful and say just because you've learned a medium, just because you've learned a style, doesn't mean you don't find yourself accidentally repeating some things maybe you've seen before. And a lot of the times, even though these creations were close, there is possibility that it was just by accident. When you make over 100 of these things, sometimes these things look the same. Sometimes these things look almost identical at times. And when you put the two things together, the monster capturing sphere and battling sphere, and the art style that created those monsters, you're going to find a little bit of overlap in these areas. Anyhow, I have 3 trailers this morning, and the first one we are going to watch is the one from Palworld. Well, let's get into it. Now, these are not mine. These are videos off of YouTube. Um, as you very well know, this is Pocket Pair's YouTube channel. Um, this one very specific video, again, not mine. So please support the official release. Pod watchers, I'm sorry. We will have well, I would give you closed captionings, but it's unavailable. So you'll just have to watch and see. Kind of wild that she just like ripped that body sword out of the fish. Kind of messed up there. July 10th. I don't know about you guys, but I'm stoked to see what they got in store for us. I know that over the years they've brought these kinds of things to us, and I really do think that I'm willing to very much look to what they give us. I've been a day oneer for these guys at Pocket Pair and Pal World. Primarily, they've given us more than what Nintendo has, unfortunately, with Pokemon. We wanted a world built for us to play in. We wanted creativity. We wanted you know, to make those Pokemon our own. And I feel like they've been working on it, and it's not that they're bad. Um Pokemon ZA was a good attempt at the game. Unfortunately, it just didn't fit the way that Power World did. And I understand why they're upset because yeah, Power World did better as far as the graphics are concerned. The storytelling, it's almost there. So there is that. Nintendo does have a lot of good points with their Pokemon games. They do have solid story. They do have a lot of unique Pokemon, and they have a nice world building thing. Um, so there's no hatred here, but I feel like it's important that we remember that competition is a good thing. It stifles and creates at the same time. If you view this rivalry correct, it can create innovations and clever designs and more world building that has been unfortunately lacking in the last few years from the Pokemon Company. Now, again, this isn't any slight against them. They've done a very good job, and it's why we want them to nail it. We You don't put this much energy into an IP if you don't have any faith in it. So, anyways, let's move on to our next game. The next game is another one of the monster tamer genre, and it is a game that I've been looking forward to. This game is called Animo, which unveiled its newest trailer. Let's all take a look. Now, again, this isn't mine. This was on PlayStation's YouTube channel. Again, support the official releases. This does have closed captioning, so I will turn it on for y'all. It's auto generated, so may not be one for one. Sorry, VOD watchers. Kind of interesting. They kind of tapped into a similar um, style like Pokemon in the fact that they went with a catchy song. Um, they were trying to tug at us millennials and Gen Zers from watching the Pokemon anime for decades. Um, Obviously, they got cute creatures that they made. I'm kind of curious to how they made them though, because with AI these days, it could be AI. I'm not joking. Um, I'm hoping not. But the way that it looks, it's very possible. Um, but that being said, it does look like another cute um monster capturing taming game. I seen parts where the person becomes the creatures or mixes with them somehow. I don't really understand what they're going with that, but you know, whatever. I'm sure we'll figure it out once it's released. It is a game that I had have hopes for, just because it's just another telling of the same old tale, um, where you do your best to be the best, and that's what these creature taming these creature taming games, that's what these do. They spark competition in a way that is healthy and builds friendship, and that's the idea. Now, this next video that I have for you folks is quite definitely a big one for most people. Now, anyone that is familiar with Insomniac and the company, um, they have a very strong track record with all the Spider-Man games, 1, 2, and Miles Morales. They also had a part to play with the Infamous series, for those of you that are familiar. Um, and so I look forward to this next game very heavily because A, X-Men is one of the genres that I feel is least touched upon over the last, I would say at least the last 10 years. We've had a few movies. They did do the rebirth of the X-Men 97 series, which was good. But I do think that we need a new tale. And I think that this game very well could spark a rebirth and a reemergence for X-Men. The tale of the X-Men protecting the weak, using their mutant gifts while being seen as pariahs of society. It's all part of the tale. It's all part of their charm. And the thing about them is the X-Men, you root for them because they more or less represent all of us. You see, anytime any specific group gets made into an outcast, it weakens the human condition, you know? It makes us feel incomplete, makes us feel like something is wrong. And the problem that comes with this kind of thinking is if we don't stand for one another, who will? And that's what the X-Men teaches us. It doesn't matter who you are, where your background is. If we stand for each and every one of the peoples that comes at us a certain way, the X-Men teaches us that if we stand together, we can do it. We can accomplish many things. And so I encourage everyone that this be how they learn, how they react. Anyhow, that's enough of my soapbox. Let's get on to the video. This one is very gory. So, again, I'm an 18 plus channel. That doesn't mean I have any not safe for work or not safe for audiences stuff. It's just my stuff's a little more geared towards older teens and adults. So if you're not those, sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Um, anyways, up next is Marvel's Wolverine, which let's get into it. This is the extended cut. Again, it's on the PlayStation's channel. It's not mine, but let's go. I do have the subtitles on for English. So let's go. You never say the Q word, man. September 15th. There you go. There's the three games of today. Now, this game specifically had so many cool mechanics to it. I know with the Spider-Man games, they had a very wide variety of different Spider-Man costumes throughout the decades that you were able to don your Spider-Man as. And now this Wolverine, I imagine they will do the same. There'll be multiple outfits from multiple eras of the Wolverine. Um, from games like X-Men Legends, that series. Even the later one for where you got to be the mutant yourself and make your own mutant. I think that one was an okay take as well, but I think that required just a little bit more to it. I think the story that they made for it was just a little too short. Um, However, this one, I very seriously look forward to it because it has so many characters from different parts of not only X-Men's story, but it has so many characters from other characters throughout Marvel history as well. And with this much content, gamers will be eating very good this year. So there you go. September 15th. Pre-order now. If you don't have a PlayStation, uh well, it's a bad time to not have a PlayStation, I guess. Um Unfortunately, I am I am one of those people. Uh so once it comes to PC, I'll be playing it right along with everybody else. Um Anyways, I don't imagine it'll take that long for a PC port. Like for real, to be honest. But anyways, that's the gaming news for today. That's all my news I have for you. Um, the Power World update, the Animo update, the this one. There's other games on the showcase. Feel free to go on YouTube and look at all the new up and coming stuff. Um, there were many more mentions than this. This is just my few picks, primarily because I can. And because these are the ones that I've been looking forward to myself.